guys, welcome back to Code It All, and today I'm going to be giving you a SAS project. So it's super duper interesting. It's a card animation. It uses the UI Clip-path, so I'm just going to show you that right away. So basically we hover over this information circle and we get this entire card. The circle disappears. Subscribe to Code It All for more awesome tutorials just like this one. And that's what you gotta do. Go down, click the subscribe button below. It's not gonna take you more than a few seconds. So do that and we'll be right back here. Okay, so now that is done, we can just jump right into it. This button also has a nice hover effect. So yeah, we're going to be coding this out. So I have my Visual Studio Code up here. It's fully ready and functional. So what I'm going to do is basically, wait, this wire is coming in the way. Yeah, better. Okay, so what I'm going to do is create an index HTML. So now that we have an index HTML, I'm going to start with my boilerplate. So that's basically, you can change this document into CSS Clip-path. I'm not able to type. It's maybe because of this new setup. So basically after that, I can start getting my SAS folder SCSS. One sec, SCSS, and then I can just go create a main.scss. So in that, just for testing purposes, I'm just going to give a body background of red. And obviously I want to watch my SAS, so I can click watch SAS here and then close the panel. We have this main.css is basically the same because we haven't written any SAS. So over here in my index HTML, so in the body, what I want to do is give a container. Okay, container. So after container, after giving a div with a class of container, I want to give it a div with a class of content. Oops. One sec. Content. Sorry, my keyboard is poof. Okay, so I have a div with the class of content, and so now I'm just gonna give the markup we have to add. So this is probably it. So this is a div with a class of flex, because if we see in our normal code, we have the subscribe and the and this span right beside each other. So we obviously need flex to align it. And then we can have an h1 with subscribe, saying subscribe, and we have a span here. So that's our flex. And a paragraph tag, it says subscribe to Code It All for more awesome tutorials just like this one. And we have a button which says click here. It doesn't actually do anything, but that's the way it goes. So basically now we can just get started with our SAS. Wait, did we link our main.css in it? No, we didn't. So go link CSS main CSS. So basically we can just open this up with live server. So we have this. Obviously we don't want a background of red, so we can just delete this. And I'm just clear these two notifications here. They're gonna cause, I don't know, I just don't like them. So the first thing we obviously need to do is, I'm just gonna declare a color. This is a color. Oh no, we're not gonna be using that color. Sorry about that. So obviously we need a reset, which is star symbol after, star symbol before, which basically selects everything in the page, and then it applies a box sizing or border box, so we don't have to deal with sizing issues in the padding anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna put an entire video about box sizing border box. I'm gonna make it, so don't worry about that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is basically take this. I'm gonna add some body styles. So it's basically body. I have a font family of Nunido. In case you're wondering why I didn't import it using Google Fonts or something, it's because I basically have it already downloaded in my file system, so I don't need to import it. This is going to be the background color. This is going to be the usual color, and the margin of 0 is being applied to this. So I have my container. So my container has these specific styles. You can just get them. So my container basically has a display of flex. aligning all the items center, and we're justifying the content to center, and we're specifying a min height of 50 VH to put every single thing directly to the center of the page. You're gonna see the margin is gonna come. I'm not sure if we require the margin. I just probably had it from my previous attempt. I'm gonna remove the margin. Yeah, it's not gonna make a difference. We don't need the margin. So for the content, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go type that out while explaining it. But before that, I think I need to start styling the flex. Oops. Display a flex. I'm not able to type. Justify. No, not content center. Line item center. So what that does, it's gonna basically align these two. Oh no, I don't think it's center. Whoops, sorry about that. It's space between. So that basically puts all of the space between those two elements directly in between them. So they're gonna be spaced out as far as possible from each other. So this is the way it goes. And we also have this all the styled. So what we need to do now is get to styling your content. So basically for our content, we can, oops, we're not actually using Sass, we're using regular CSS. So what I can do is go back down, content, copy this. And those who don't know anything about Sass as of now, so those who don't know anything about Sass, I'm not sorry, my sister was talking to me now. So those who don't know anything about Sass, what you can do is just go check out my crash course. I'll be linking it down in the description, hopefully if I remember it, and it's gonna be in the cards right now, so you can click it and go watch it before you jump right back, or you're probably already here, so make the most and just continue with this. So in our content, what I'm gonna do is go for a background color of 111. So that's basically gonna give it a background color. You can check that here. Yeah, it's gonna be a little darker. So after that, after our background color, I want to set a width of 20%. So after that, yeah, we got the 20% of it. And obviously we need a little bit of padding. So I can give it 1 rem of padding all around. So sorry about that noise again. So we got 1 rem of padding to space things out a little bit from the border, and we obviously want to round the corner, so we can do border radius. It's 1 rem if I'm not wrong. Yeah, 1 rem. If I can spell stuff correctly. So now I can just come back here. They have rounded corners and all of that. So what I want to do is basically get a cursor pointer so you can get the clickable thingy. So you can basically get the clickable effect. So you go back here. So obviously you look like you can click it and all that. So now the interesting part comes in, which is, or before the interesting part, we can just style off the button right here. So before, I'm just gonna copy the styles and walk you through it for the button, because I really don't feel like doing anything for the. I don't feel like typing it all out. So basically, we're giving a background color, and we're inheriting the font family, which is gonna be a Nunito. We're moving the borders, and we're putting rounded corners, putting a little bit of padding, adding a small transition for the hover effect, and we're making it clickable. So if you just look into this thing here, it changes to this. So we have this nice thing. We obviously haven't applied the hover effect yet. So we're gonna get to that now. So get this hover effect. Copy this, but a cool thing with Sass is you don't have to specify, and you can just put an ampersand here. So that's basically gonna do button hover, button focus. You can just put the ampersand, and it automatically replicates the parent selector. So this is basically gonna do the trick for this. So you see this hover effect. So I hope you guys are following through. We can continue. We can actually do the clip path animation right now. So what I'm gonna go do is oh yeah, I'm gonna start with the clip path. So I'm gonna start explaining the clip path property to you. So clip path basically clips a part of the screen, not the screen. It basically clips a part of an element. So I'm gonna give you an example. So clip path, we can change this to say 10% at that point. So basically when we come back here, so you see this is clipped and we specified the circle property. This is the circle property, so it clips it into a circle. There are many other properties. I guess you could do polygon. Let me check. Wait, clip path. Okay, so you can do URL, circle, ellipse, inset, and all that. I think there's more. Polygon. There's polygon. Yeah, there are quite a few more which you can use, but for this one, we're going to be using circle. So basically, as we saw, clipping of 10% at, and then after the at, whatever two values are there, those specify the position. I think it's position on the element that you're setting it to. So basically over here, the values that we need exactly are this. I have it already done, so this is the stuff we need. So save that. Come back here. So I think it's a little messed up. Mm, one sec. Let's see. Mm, wait, for the button, what was the padding I applied once again? 0.5 RAM, 1 RAM. Uh, um, okay, wait. Is this where my margin comes in? No, I don't think so. So I think we're just gonna have to hard code these values for this case. Let's try 90. So this is basically guess and check. There's a website which actually gets us that thing, but I forgot about it. Let's get this to 30, see if it works. 30 is a bit too much, so we can do like 28 or something. 28. Let's get it to more. 25. Okay, so this is perfect, I guess. So when we hover over it, we want it. So I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna copy that over. Okay, so we want a hover effect. So basically, you can go for this. And obviously, as I told you, for SAS, you can just put an ampersand here, and it's gonna replicate that to be the parent selector. So we can save that, and we get it isn't that smooth. So I think I forgot a transition. So we can just type that out. So transition clip path. Oh no, I don't need parentheses. Of 1 sec and ease. So that's what I specified. So it's gonna go like this. Obviously our I doesn't disappear because we didn't call that. So we can come down here. And we can put another ampersand and say span. And then say opacity 0, or you can do display none. But I want to do opacity because, I don't know, I figured it'll take more time painting. I don't know, I can do another video on the performance of CSS animations and all that. But I prefer opacity, okay? So basically I think this is it to this, this is it to this video and this project. I hope you guys liked it. I'm so sorry I'm at a new setup, trying to get used to stuff and all that. So I really hope you liked it, and I want to just go through the main.css, the compiled version, just so you know you can see how SAS is getting compiled here. I'm gonna go over it too much. So container content, it's nested in here. So see container content, that's what we get here. So this is all just so damn much nesting here. Container content hover, and then we just go into levels of nesting and nesting and nesting in SAS. It just makes it way easier than having to write all these selectors down here. So we come back here. Yeah, so this is perfect, and I really hope you guys like this video. And so put a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel if you haven't at the starting, and let's just see you in the next video. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Catch you guys later.